Hey everybody, how's it going? This is going to be an unbagging video. Haven't done any painting yet, the eye's still healing up, but should be able to do that soon. In the meantime, I bought some goodies from Forgeworld. One of the goodies being these etched brass bases for Zone Mortalis, so I thought I should talk about them and show you them a little bit. So you get them in the bag, and when you open the bag, take them out, you get something like this. Now this is etched brass, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But you get 12 unique base tops here that you glue on top of your bases, your 25mm bases. Each one is unique in its own look, which is cool. And you get 4 little drain type things to put on your bases to further enhance them. Let's say you could also put those on your own bases of your own creation if you wanted to. But if you're going to put them on these bases, I believe they're supposed to go on these 4 right here, the first 3, and then the one in the middle in the second row here. Those are, I believe, are meant to hold those drains. You can definitely feel the raised edges of the shiny parts on top of the matte parts here of the brass, hence the etched brass. Which is fine, you're not going to lose detail as long as you don't paint it up with super thick paint. It's meant to be painted, in case you're wondering. You are supposed to paint these up. This is meant and is made on purpose to look like this, and it's meant to look like the Zone Mortalis tile sets that you can buy from Forgeworld. The flooring, this is meant to mimic that and give you as close to exact look as you can get to really make your army mesh with the tile set if you're going to collect those to make a board out of. You can see also in the grills here, those are cut out so you can see through them to give you more detail. It's pretty cool. So overall, I think these look really cool. There's only 12 different ones, but if you were to get resin bases, it's the same thing. Sometimes it's 5 to 10 different looks, and that's it. Here you're getting 12, so that's pretty cool. Plus you get these drains, so you can put them on those bases or other bases of your own doing to make things have a bit more to them. Now, some things about etched brass really quick. You use super glue to glue them down. A little dab will do you. You don't need a lot of super glue, especially with the ones with the grills here. You could obscure some detail with the grill if the super glue kind of gets stuck in between the grill pieces because it's so thick. When you're clipping them off or using a knife to cut them off, just be careful, of course. You're cutting metal here, and just cut it as neat as you can. And going along with that, it's super important and super imperative that you don't do anything to damage the etched brass itself. As you can see, you can kind of bend it on an entire sheet, but the individual pieces will not bend quite so easily. When they do, they will immediately and inevitably have a crease in them. And when you put a crease in metal, you're kind of out of luck at that point. You're pretty much not going to be able to get it out. And you're gonna have a big enough trouble getting it to sit flat again. Especially, this is etched brass with models. You're not gonna be hammering away at it with a hammer or anything. You might be able to put enough weight down on it to make it kind of flatten out, and the glue might be able to hold it down. But this seam's gonna be noticeable. You may be able to cover it up for the most part, but just be careful. The best thing to do is just avoid that problem. So keep it on a nice flat surface when you're working with it, and when you're storing it away, you don't want to bend things by accident. Other than that, there's not too much else to say. You can get used to these base type tops. I'm going to call them base tops. For not just Zone Mortalis. Now, I got them for Zone Mortalis to kind of fit in with my own Zone Mortalis bases that I'm making for my forces. These will look obviously different, but they can be on one squad, or at least 10 of them can be, and it'll make them look like they're in a different corridor of the ship or whatever it is. Zone Mortalis is meant to represent a great many things, not just space combat on board a ship or a space station, and it's not just complexes on ground, it's both and some other stuff as well. And these bases will represent that fine, and if you're thinking outside the box, if you're doing an urban rebel themed army, you can take some of these, put them on a base, cover the base and cover it partially with modeling sand or whatever, and paint it up so it looks like it's exposed flooring on a collapsed, rubbled building. Could be a cool idea. Anyways, that's really it for the etched brass. Not much to say, really. I kind of dragged it on long enough. I know some of you thinking, my god, he's still talking about etched brass. Oopsies. Anyways, thanks for sticking with me on this video. And Forgeworld is something that you don't need, but it's a nice accent and it's a nice way to make your models pop or give you unique looking forces. And this is another thing along that road. And you're getting 12, so you're getting a nice way to accent your model's bases. And if you're going heavily zone mortales and collecting those tile sets, and you want your armor to look like it belongs in those tile sets, maybe you're doing a diorama type thing as well, these are the way to go then, because it's going to look exactly like it, and you don't have to do it yourself. Could you make something like this yourself? Sure. You take some plastic card pieces, make a circle of plastic card to go on a base, and you put plastic card accents on top of it and some green stuff, accents, and you can make your own. But this is ease, just like a resin base is ease of use. Anyways, that's it. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section or PM me. And until next time, take it easy.